Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, we're going to be talking through some of my favorite picks on Prizepicks for tonight's Friday night slate for Friday, February the 25th. We do have a bigger slate tonight. We have a nine-game slate. We're going to talk through three picks. I have three picks circled for this video specifically that we're going to break down. Yesterday wasn't the best day. You know, we had kind of our opening video, first ever Prizepicks video on the channel. Didn't do as well as I would have liked. We went 1-3 on the four picks that we gave out, but there were some positives, I guess, to look at. We just got really unlucky with a couple picks. Anthony Simons over 22.5 points or 23.5 points. That was the one pick that did hit yesterday. Luckily, Simons was able to have a really big first half, wound up hitting his points prop late in the third quarter. Sadly, though, Portland got blown out in that game, so Simons didn't play at all in the fourth quarter, and neither did Josh Hart, and we had over 6.5 rebounds for Josh Hart. He had the most rebounds on the team. He had 6 rebounds and never played in the fourth quarter. Like, he never subbed back in because Portland was losing so bad. I want to say that, if Hart plays in the fourth quarter yesterday, probably gets us a few rebounds and, hits his prop as well. So really unlucky there. Devin Booker over 27.5 points. That was the other pick we talked about in yesterday's video. That was another one that came up just short. Booker finished with 25 points. But, it's so annoying because he hit all of his props except his points prop. He hit his assist prop. He had a ton of assists. He had 12 assists yesterday. His points, rebounds, assists, he hit that. He hit his fantasy point projection. I think he pushed his rebound projection. The only thing he didn't hit was his points prop. So, Booker had a great game yesterday. He just came up just short of his points prop. And then DeAndre Ayton, we needed 11 rebounds from him. He finished with 8. Didn't have the best rebounding game overall. But, we got really unlucky with the Booker one, with the Hart one. Simons luckily was able to hit. Only went 1-3 yesterday, but I do have 3 picks to give out for today. Hopefully we can go 3-0 today. And before we do get started, talking through these picks, I do want to just say, if you guys enjoy these videos, make sure to hit that like button down below. If you're new here and you have not yet, hit that subscribe button as well. And also, if you're new to Prizepicks and you want to, bet on Prizepicks, you want to get some action in over there, there could be some of you guys that are watching this video that are maybe looking for, player prop advice, and maybe you play on, FanDuel Sportsbook or DraftKings Sportsbook, wherever. Maybe you bet somewhere other than Prizepicks. If you do want to check out Prizepicks, you can actually sign up with my promo code. Use promo code Noah, and they will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. And again, take a look at what Prizepicks has to offer. Take a look at their board for tonight's slate. If you want to tail my picks that I give out in this video, you can obviously do that as well. But yeah, make sure to sign up for Prizepicks. Use code Noah, and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. But we got three picks to give out in this video, and the first pick we're going to start off with is in the points, rebounds, assists category. We're going to go to Pascal Siakam over 36.5 points, rebounds, assists. This is definitely one of my favorite picks kind of at first look. I'm recording this video on obviously on Friday. It's around 12:40 Eastern. So this is kind of earlier in the day. There could be some other props that open up later in the day. Throughout the day, as always, I do give out all of my favorite picks on Prizepicks for Patreon members. I also share the entries that I'm playing myself. So if you guys want access to the entries that I'm putting my own money on, I do share those over on Patreon. You can check that out. Check out everything I do have to offer on Patreon. But at first look, I do really like the over 36.5 points, rebounds, assists for Pascal Siakam. So this is a really, really good matchup here for the Raptors, and just this game in general is one that I do kind of have circled. Toronto-Charlotte should be played at a pretty fast pace. Right now, the total in this game is 226, and it's just a 2.5 point spread. So this is a game that's expected to be high scoring. It's expected to stay close as well, which is what we're kind of looking for. And if you look at just kind of pace this season, defense as well, Charlotte, they've been one of the fastest paced teams in the league, second in pace. And in terms of defensive rating, they're towards the bottom of the league in defensive rating. They're bottom 10. They have kind of improved a little bit lately. They were actually dead last in defensive rating at one point this season, but they've gotten a little bit better. Still 23rd on the season in defensive rating, second in pace. It's a really, really good matchup for Siakam. And if you actually look at the DVP versus centers, so far the Hornets on the season averaging, or allowing, I should say, the most points to centers and the most rebounds to centers as well. So the matchup's really good. The pace of this game should be really good. And Siakam so far this year has done really well against the Hornets. They've actually played twice this season. He's put up 24 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. So that's 43 PRA. The one time they played back on February 7th, and then they played again about a week or two before that on January 25th. Siakam had 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 12 assists. So that's 45 PRA. So 45 points, rebounds, assists, and 43. So 43 and 45 points, rebounds, assists in the two meetings versus Charlotte this year. 36.5 for Siakam, I think, is easily doable here. On the season, he's averaging close to that. He's averaging around 22 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, which is 36 PRA. I like Siakam quite a bit. I like the matchup. I think the minutes are always going to be there. We know the Raptors are going to play their starters huge minutes, so if this game stays close, we can expect 38, 40 minutes from Siakam in a good matchup. 36.5 points, rebounds, assists. I do like quite a bit for him. And if you honestly, if you wanted to take his points, I don't hate that either. I think his points are at 22.5. I could definitely see going to that too. But Siakam, he is one of these guys that he can do a little bit of everything. So I could see him finishing with 20 points, but I could see him also finishing under his points prop, but getting 10 rebounds and 8 assists and hitting his PRA. That's why I take PRA, just because Siakam is one of these guys that can get a lot of rebounds, a lot of assists. Doesn't have to have a massive scoring game to really get there. So over 36.5 points, rebounds, assists for Pascal Siakam. One pick I like today. Another pick I like that I got circled is in the fantasy points category, and it's Rudy Gobert, over 34 fantasy points. I know if you look at the game log and if you look at last 5 games, this is not a pick that you would it's not trending in the right direction. The 2 games after he returned from injury, he was limited in terms of minutes. He did not play a ton of minutes in his first 2 games back. He was out for about 2.5 weeks, I want to say, with a calf injury. It might have been around 3 weeks, actually, that he was out with a calf injury. In the 2 games he played since coming back from his injury, he played 22 and 28 minutes against Houston and against the Lakers. With the week off after the All-Star break, I think we probably see Gobert get back to close to his normal minutes on the season. He's been averaging around 32 minutes per game. And I think with a week off to rest, to heal up that calf, I think we'll see Gobert get back to 32, 33 minutes here. Against Dallas, I don't know if the matchup's fantastic or anything, but I think 34 fantasy points for Gobert is just way too low, especially if we expect him to get back to his full minutes. Now, I don't think anyone really knows how many minutes Gobert's going to play. This is just kind of a guess. But even if he only plays 28 minutes, Gobert's a good enough point per minute player. He can score over 34 fantasy points in only 28 minutes. So far on the season, he's been averaging over 40 fantasy points per game. When he plays his full minutes, we know Gobert's a guy that can get points, get rebounds. He blocks a lot of shots too. And on Prizepicks with their fantasy scoring, blocks and steals are worth 3 points. So getting guys that can block shots, that can get steals, those are huge on Prizepicks because of how the scoring is impacted. So I think 34 fantasy points for Gobert is a pick I'm definitely looking to, over 34 fantasy points. If he gets back to playing over 30 minutes, I feel pretty good about him hitting this. Even if he maybe is somewhat limited again and they maybe only play him 28 minutes, I don't think we're drawing dead by any means. I think Gobert can get us 35 fantasy points in 28 minutes. And if he plays 33, 34, 35 minutes like he's been playing on a regular basis, pretty easy for him to hit 34 fantasy points, given he's a better than a fantasy point per minute player. So those are 2 picks I like. And then the last pick we're going to talk about, if you tailed yesterday, you're probably not happy about this one, but I can't just overlook it. I have to go back to it. I think the projection is just too low right now. 26.5 points for Devin Booker. I know he came up short of this yesterday, but I'm going right back to it. Devin Booker without Chris Paul, his role should be really, really good. His usage should be really good. And I actually want to take a look at if I can see what his usage was yesterday. So the Suns, they are on a back-to-back, which I guess is the one negative. You never feel good about teams on a back-to-back. But they're playing the Pelicans. I don't think this is a game where we really have to worry about, the Suns getting blown out or anything. This is a game that should stay close. This is a tougher matchup, I will say, going up against Herbert Jones. Herbert Jones has been one of the best defenders in the league so far this year, and I'm assuming that Herbert Jones will probably be guarding Devin Booker. But still, his numbers without Chris Paul, you can look at yesterday to see that for yourself. You can also look at just previous games whenever CP3's missed. The usage for Booker is there. The role's going to be there. He's going to have the ball in his hands a ton. They started him at point guard yesterday, and I think he'll start at point guard again. He did have a ton of assists yesterday. He had, like I said earlier, he had 12 assists. So, honestly, if you wanted to take his assists, I don't hate that. The line did go up. His assist prop yesterday was 6.5. It's 7.5 today. But, again, he's going to start at point guard. He's going to have the ball in his hands a ton. He's just going to have a massive role. I think Booker hits all of his props. I think he gets 26. I think he gets 27 points. I think he gets 8 assists. I think he gets 40 PRA. He's going to hit all his props, in my opinion. If he would have scored 2 more points yesterday, he would have hit all of his props. He would have hit his points prop, his assist prop, and his PRA. I feel really good about Booker once again, even though it's a little bit of a tougher matchup against Herbert Jones. His role right now is just going to be so good without Chris Paul. He's going to be a guy that puts up, I want to say 30 plus points a night almost moving forward. He should have a ton of opportunity. Minutes are going to be through the roof. He played, almost 40 minutes yesterday. Booker's a younger guy, so even on a back-to-back, I feel pretty confident that he's going to play, big minutes once again. So really like going back to Devin Booker's points prop. I thought yesterday the projection was too low, and it was like 28.5 is what I think it closed at. It's opened at 26.5. Just because he went under yesterday, that doesn't mean I'm not going to bet it again. I think, with Chris Paul out, Devin Booker's points prop should probably be 29.5, even like 30.5. I think 26 is still too low. So going back to that one for sure, over 26.5 points. The third and final pick, over 26.5 points for Devin Booker. The third and final pick that I do like for Prizepicks today. But yeah, guys, these are 3 picks that I'm very interested in, just kind of at first look. Again, if you guys want all of my favorite picks on Prizepicks for today, along with the entries I'm playing myself, I do give those out on Patreon. You can check out the Patreon. It's linked down below in the description if you are interested. Good luck if you tail these 3 picks. I will definitely have some entries with these guys. I'll probably be mixing and matching. This is what I've been doing lately. I've been, kind of circling like 6, 7, 8 picks that I like a lot, and then I'll just kind of mix and match all those picks. So, these 3, I'll probably have in an entry. I might have, some entries with these guys as well. Maybe not all together, but, mixing and matching. That's kind of how I like to play. You can decide how you want to play it. If you want to play just these 3 picks, do a power play, parlay them. That gives you a 5x payout if you hit all 3. If you want to take 2 of the 3 and do a 2-pick, you can do that. You can choose how to play it, but hopefully we can go 3-0 tonight. We can hit all 3 of these picks. I do feel pretty good about all 3 of these guys, just kind of at first look. But again, guys, best of luck tonight. I appreciate you watching the video. Good luck if you tail these picks, and we will see you guys on Monday. I normally don't upload over the weekends, but I'll see you guys back here on Monday. Hopefully we can win some money tonight. Best of luck on the slate. We'll see you Monday, fellas. Peace.